Hey, what's up? Uh, Sleep has been kind of weird for me today, so, um, I didn't sleep much. Like, Friday night, Sunday morning. I'm gonna turn up my volume just a bit. Um, yeah, I didn't sleep much Saturday night. It's Friday night, Saturday morning. Um, and then all day today, Saturday, I've been kind of half asleep, basically all day, in terms of like going to bed for a nap and then being awake for a few hours and then going for another nap and etc. So I'm I have energy but not that much. And while everyone else is asleep, I think I would like to play more Disco Elysium because damn, this game's good. Um, I think I'm just gonna like not talk too much and just let the game play itself, unless there is something that I want to comment on. Otherwise, I'll be kind of just around. Oh yeah, there's the backyard wall I forgot about. Could go check that out real quick. I might have to stay one more night in the Willing and Rags, even though I got that free room, just for the sake of doing the karaoke, which I'll probably fail at, because that is definitely a thing I want to do. I've seen videos on the internet about how the karaoke can go, and it's pretty interesting because if you succeed, your reptilian brain
Just
pops
an
up
ordinary wall,
and
nothing to see
sings.
because
Ooh,
you see it. Finally, this wall is sublime. Look at it.
hell yeah!
The shadows, the colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom new into thoughts in your brain. But yeah, if you succeed, you get the reptilian brain, and he sings the song, and everyone likes it. But if you fail for whatever reason, the limbic system sings it instead, and nobody likes it except for Kim, which is like, damn, that's kind of weird.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of play.
That's one way to put it.
Oh, wall father.
Ooh, hell yeah. More, more hell. I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it.
Huh? He sounds tired of it all. Cindy the Skull has all the necessary materials. Talk to her.
I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Mm-hmm. Sure. If you must.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. And then the act itself of painting the wall. Cool. I gotta be up around here anyways at about um 9 o'clock, which is 2100, to talk to the guy on the balcony on the other side. And then I gotta.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
That's. Is the head bed in the coal room yours?
Oh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered
What the
my
fuck was
biggest
I talking
secret.
about?
I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
I have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
I need some paint and your brush.
What for?
It's for art, okay.
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
Everything is sad and shit, and we needed art to make it okay. Just give me the brush.
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience.
You'll see, you will all see and tremble.
Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Everything, really.
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
You better hand it over.
Or what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait. I mean, that's
No,
lame.
it's great.
I'm going to paint a self-portrait from the inside to show people
That's
what it's
pretty
like.
fucked up. Even for you, Piggo.
What if I add interpretive dance?
I think everyone would rather you didn't.
I just need to do some art.
You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself. I'm no self-portrait.
Thank you, Cindy.
Sure, anytime. Us shit artists have to help one another.
The right idea is not coming to her. It's excruciating. You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema?
Oh, shit. Yeah, the game has a point. What if what if, what if I'm able to do a portrait of not myself, but one of my skills? It's got some red going on. What if I fucking, you know, where was I going with this? Oh, what if I paint like physical instrument or something? Coach physical instrument, like, might like that. I don't know though. That would be interesting, to say the least. Good music. I don't know why the loading's taking longer than usual. Maybe I'm just crazy. I can't tell. Huh. No, this is definitely taking longer than usual to load. Something going on with the game? Did the game soft lock or something? Damn. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and task manager this, and then hopefully it will start working again. Sorry about that. That was an unfortunate slip of my computer. That's it. Here we go. Only just now realized that Disco Elysium is somehow not in my Steam favorites, so I had to change that. Apparently, when this game was still in development and was called No Truce with the Furies, back in like the earlier days of this game, let me do a proper save here, just to be sure. But yeah, when it was called No Truce with the Furies, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a proper save. Then I can load the backup quick save. But yeah, when it was called No Truce with the Furies, um, they were working on the Thought Cabinet, right? They were doing some of that, and they were having trouble with it because it's like nobody has ever done the Thought Cabinet before. Nobody's ever done an inventory for the ideas that you have in your head. And so what happened is they kept like working and not working on it and pumping more money into it, and it, from what I understand, it almost like broke the fucking company entirely. Like, ouch.
Hello again, officers. Have you
Is that
come
heavy
to
fuel
admire
oil?
my...
Red dyed heavy
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy
Il
boo.
Copo de Art. Cool. Let me see what that is, just real quick. I wish there was a faster way for me to do this, or at least find a faster way. Say 5 art cop lines. Cool. I don't know why I didn't give it.
Ooh,
She does.
it doesn't have to do it. Shoot, piggy. It's what you do,
I don't know why I
isn't
didn't
it?
get one for sorry cop or regular cop. I've,
What for?
you know.
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
Yeah. I haven't thought of anything yet, but I'm sure I will.
Then you have time to find your own fucking brush.
I hope you're happy.
There, piggy. I guess art just isn't
You don't
Whoa.
have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going to blow her fucking mind.
I'm going to create a highly detailed skeleton of an ancient bird that went extinct 100 years ago. 100 million years ago.
She squints her eyes.
And I'm going to paint it red using heavy fuel oil. I'm going to light it on fire.
on fire.
It's the Phoenix, get it? What do you say?
I say, sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that.
Was the image offensive? Did you survive an avian attack as a child?
Didn't we all? I like your idea. Should have thought of it myself. I don't need this kind of competition in my neighborhood.
I didn't realize you were so petty and insecure.
Insult me all you want. You're still an art cop. Sans art material.
Oh, she said sans, like sans Intertale. Ha 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 ha. I guess I was trying too hard.
You're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her? Maybe try a different approach.
I'm sorry for invading your personal space like this, but I'm going to take the paintbrush.
And I need an aircraft carrier. So what?
I'm going to stand here until you hand over the paintbrush.
Have you got any kids? Because you sound like the world's saddest dad right now. But fine, take the brush. I'm all up.
You know what you've got in that fuel cannon.
But goodbye. I'll give it back the second I am done. For the sake of being nice and considerate. Hopefully we don't get stuck on the loading screen this time. That one went fine. What about this one? These seem to be images of the fucking abandoned computer manufacturing area, I think. That's interesting.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? Oh. Hell yeah.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint.
It took only like
adding another
a minute or
level
two
of
in game. Damn.
detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Kim, I understand, but this only took like 4 minutes in game. Because we stopped talking to Cindy at roughly like 31 minutes, and then now we stopped doing that at 34 minutes. I wonder if the game will let me return the paintbrush. I would like to do that. At least I didn't do fuck the police, because there's plenty of that already. Like literally one of the first graffitis that I've graffitos.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Damn, I can't return this shit? What? Oh, I used it? It's like fucking gone? What the fuck, man? I feel betrayed. Tools. Yeah, it's just not here. Damn. Anyways, I guess that means I can load that save. Just to save time walking in between loading areas. Failed white checks can be retried by putting points into the relevant skill. Do I still have the motor oil can, like the can itself? Damn, that shit's gone too. I guess that makes sense. I did like use it for paint. I'm gonna go ahead and read a couple case files while I'm up here, because I have literally nothing. No, I could, but I don't have any skill points. Whoa, what? Whoa, whoa, what? Light pollution raises from the east. Night is falling on the city. Okay. I already read all my case files, but what I could do is, you know, read some fucking books. Map of Martinez?
The worn map.
Already did that.
You stare at the now familiar
Start reading.
in cold, detached prose. The author describes a scene from one of the
I've already heard all this, but I want to redo it because I'm rereading it.
Overturn motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugo-Grad riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugo-Grad Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
What happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft. She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
This is terrible.
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Ha. I almost expected that to give me a different result for the final thing. Can I? Ah. What? What's? and Empire plus 2. Huh. That's interesting.
It's the ledger you found in
Let's
the
read
truck.
another
It
case
takes
file.
about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want? Some assholes brought their couch outside and
They
hung
looked
out
really
on
cool,
it.
like a rock band.
Yes, as you've said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes, not
Okay.
much is
Exactly. 2105. That's a little bit late, but you know.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from a cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight, and his shirt is still unbuttoned.
The cleaning lady let us in.
Beautiful.
As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for.
Beautiful.
The nearby street lamp casts shadows onto his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday, but you know.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag
Okay.
of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard.
Oh shit,
disappearing
there's
into
cats
the
in this
bush.
game? It's a damn shame that the game won't let me keep pet the cat.
Besides,
The cat.
I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
New skill point. I kind of want to,
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
we have to interview the Sunday friend.
Right after you.
I'm almost wanting to put a point into drama, both for the fact that I could use it for the sake of, you know, minus one drama. Let me put that back in here. I have a bunch of glasses now. Wish there was a way for me to sort this out. Anyways, I was gonna say, I wonder if I should put my point into drama, just for the sake of it. Could also up volition and suggestion. That would be pretty good too. Pain threshold might also be nice. I think I'll wait on this actually. Plus one drama and electrochemistry? Damn, alright. Dishes sucked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Lectures at a local university. Exquisite canopy made of metal. Ah, dated year 01. Paint on old newspapers. This is weird.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of High Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Let's get started.
Of course. Let me just say it has been an emotional week for me.
Damn. Cold air comes in from the balcony. Maybe then you should close the door.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
You actually witnessed the lynching.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Anything else stand out?
Only that there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
What are you doing here in this apartment then?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
That doesn't tell me anything about Kedra itself. Is it warm there? Cold? Something in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramui. Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to immigrate.
Still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend. You were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
What's his real name, though?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
All you're going to tell me about him, excuse me, is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. She likes all the arts. Perhaps
Oh,
graphic
I
design,
heard she for a second there. I
printmaking,
don't know.
who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like you.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears.
Goodbye.
Officer. A moment. Officer, do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
Fuck it. I don't have anything else to talk to this guy about.
After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Thanks for the heads up. My work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Just in case, I think I can, just talk to this guy. But once I exit this door, that's when the real, you can't go back situation happens. Let me, I don't want to fuck with my audio even more, even if I am being kind of quiet. Damn, that door's, locked. I wonder if the game will let me do the karaoke just to have something to do. I'll even put a point into drama, because A, it is useful to have the ability to lie to people, and B, I would like to be able to perform well. Sex drama, hell yeah. I gotta start putting points into, suggestion and etc. more. Next chance I get. What's my progress on XP looking like? 61, okay. I got half an hour before we're supposed to be around, the docks. I don't know where at the docks, actually. You must meet here near the old fish market at 2200 and get your service weapon back. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Okay. It's around the church area then. I wonder where you get more bullets. Because I don't think I've seen a single bullet so far. Is there anything that increases my drama? Oh, hell yeah. Clinically insane. Godass. Nothing else increases my drama, it looks like. Damn. Anyways. It's as high as I can get it to go for the moment. 7's pretty good.
Can I help you?
I need to sing.
No, you don't.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge.
Why do you even have the PA system if you're not if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
It's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know how it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I've paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
He's lying, but whatever. You don't really need his lame tricks.
I've got my own song with me. Here you
The
go.
man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Damn.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
The damage. That's one way of putting it. Anyways.
The stage is all
Feels
set up
right you
for
belong
your
here.
performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
I wonder who that is.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Oh, I don't like that. Look around the
The
room.
bar is full and buzzing. They are going to hate you.
The hand conundrum too close to the mic. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna reload to have the better chances, but I'm not going to reload if I fail the check because, you know, I'm a bastard like that. I can't talk to any of these people. They're just kind of here. Oh yeah, for
Can I help you? No, you don't.
He tries not to look at you.
It's for the... Okay, yes. It's for... Ha!
He's lying. The man in...
Fine.
I'm having it. Oh yeah.
let us sing karaoke.
The stage is all set. You feel a little...
So,
Just
are you ready
just
for
get
your
going
thing
with it.
now? Let me know when I...
The air is thick with anticipation.
Hell yeah.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
I would often go there to the tiny church there,
Very gruff, but very like
the smallest church in San San,
reflective, I guess. I like it.
though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there, down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Damn. Really fucking popped it off there. I'm gonna read it just for the sake of thoroughness. I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in St. Saints, though it was once larger. How the rill may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, down towards those pale cliffs there. There's no down, I don't know why I said that. I would often stay there, in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad there, looking forward to the past here. You are alone, none of this matters at all.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
I like this. It's all shit, Gart. Please don't fire me. I would like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away. He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
It's interesting to note that I read in a YouTube comment on a video how about, oh, fucking Kim Kitsuragi has a halo behind his head. That means he's one of the true bros. I didn't even fucking notice that until like it was pointed out to me. Like, damn, he's still straight up got like the halo of an angel.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Thank you, Martinez. You belong here. Okay, that was worth it. I'm gonna talk to Kim now.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
What about me? Good.
Damn, that didn't go anywhere. I was hoping I would be able
hello,
to,
dear. There you are again.
Anyways, I was hoping I would be able to, you know... Actually... Plus one rhetoric? What's polo, anyway? What the hell is polo? Is there any other shirt? I don't have any other shirts. What's my empathy look like? I have 4. I could take the hit to empathy and stop taking the hit to suggestion. It's clean anyways, I think. Stuffed in a tear container. Authority 1, what the fuck? Bonus from items, what? What's hitting my authority so bad? Oh, it's my ledger. What the fuck? Okay, savoir-faire. I could start upping that, and then also, what's this button for? I don't know. Anyways, I could start upping savoir-faire and reaction speed, and I really gotta start upping hand-eye coordination. I'm gonna get my gun soon. Let me fast travel down onto there, and you know. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. I'm freezing here, not freezing as in like cold, but I'm freezing up here because I'm seeing my fucking frames tank hard, and it is making me sad. Sick. Guess I could put the gene cutters in there. Oh no. I don't know what's happening. What the fuck? Like it goes down to 0 and then it jumps up to 9,000 when it should be at 45,000, and then it jumps back down to 0. It has been in the red for the past 30 seconds. I don't like this. The weird part is everyone should be asleep by now. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully, it will stabilize relatively soon. So I would like to keep playing this game. What the fuck? Can I change the button for quick save? English and English. That's interesting. Huh. I have no idea what that just did. Shader quality brilliance. That makes sense. I like it when it's more gruff. Voiceover mode full. my settings are still looking all fucked up. I don't know what's going on. Let's go to the fisherman shacks. Hopefully, my connection will at least be strong enough to allow me to continue playing. What the fuck? Oh shit, there's just some money in there, right? What's this all about?
You see, a slogan used to
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Damn. Is there anything I can do with this building? I could call the X something real quick. I'm gonna see if I can do that.
a metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter life is garbage.
The long number again.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The machine
what the
eats
fuck
the coin,
is going on?
and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can do anything to fix this. Of course, fucking Cortana's up in my grill. I don't have it open or anything, but it's running in the background, even though I specifically tried to fucking turn it off. What the fuck is going on with my internet right now? I guess I'll just keep playing and then hope it doesn't like go to shit.
In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted, calling, calling,
Let it call.
calling, 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 calling. It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
Just let it ring.
Calling, calling.
Harry, please.
Stress and distortion.
Underneath it, she is naked and warm under a blanket.
Who are you?
Please. I'm going to hang up now.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
One more time.
You dial the number again, as you've done many times. You remember it well now. Calling, 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 calling. And calling for who knows how long. But no one answers. You need to insert more money to call again.
You want my money? Punch the phone.
The cold metal is hard and hurts your knuckles. You look at them, turning purple.
You want more money? Just punch it again.
It didn't give you any fun for that money. Your hand is turning blue now. Blood drips to the ground.
Leaf. Damn.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
I'm just a disempowered individual trying to take my disempowerment out on everyday objects.
Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. Why don't you destroy that, too?
I feel sorry for the things I've destroyed. I'm sorry, milk carton.
You're right. That's definitely not the behavior of a destroyer at all. That's just severe anger management problems and a disregard for property rights.
Damn. Let's go see if I can go find them now. Is it up here? The body's gone. I don't think it's up here though. I must have missed it. It's 2200, right? Tonight. Gotta wonder where it is then. Whoa, 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 what was that? Drip blood drips from your knuckles into the sand. Drip, drip, drip. You. Okay. That was a weird scream. Tearing, I think that was. Maybe up here. I think I can get up here. Just wondering where this meeting is. Near the old fish market.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Damn, can you shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
You good, Kim? We can get in there? What the fuck? Huh. Wonder how you would get in there. Might have something to do with this fence billboard that I can't do anything with, at least in my current state. Oh, there's a thing over here. Money, okay. Hey, Gary. How are y'all doing back here?
Hello, hello. What can I do for you, officer?
Tell me about the phasmid.
Which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds, laying traps for it.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
No one's ever found one then?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
I mean, don't people still discover, like, new species of frogs and shit every day? Like, wasn't it, like, just a couple years ago where it's like, oh, we just found a new, never-before-seen species of frog that's the size of, like, a quarter.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Maybe it died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
That's pretty clever.
Yes, Insulindian phasmid.
What if we
It's a
check
very clever insect.
What
That's
if-
why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Detective work and cryptozoology are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seemed like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
The pursuit of knowledge is his own justification.
Is it?
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
What do I do?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
I don't want this.
Your choice. As I said, the chances of you encountering the phasmid are next to 0.
But you feel you should have it on you. Something bad might happen. Don't mess around. Take the pheromone. It'll make you sexier.
Let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more...
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital on the hunt?
Let me know more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
Let's ask you something else.
Yes.
Goodbye. I'm going to ask you goodbye. Yes, correct. There's one right here.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before.
That's weird.
Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Just put the trap
You
down.
set that.
More money for me. Can't go that way, unfortunately. Here's the spooky wall. Excuse. excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with me. I've been just fine as of late. It's only when I'm speaking words in a chat, in a Twitch chat, that I start, like, bleh, you know. Damn, they're gone already.
This is the trap that reads hiss and the later it gets, the colder. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
Enjoying the cardio.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. Damn. Alright. Oh, excuse you. Don't see it anywhere. Oh shit, there's a guy there. Gotta go talk to them first. I don't know why they weren't there earlier.
Put your hands where I can see them.
The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices for you. It reaches for a megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
It's just a standard flashlight, man. Calm down. Raise your hands.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear under threat! Fear under threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
I wasn't taking anything out of my pocket.
Get on the ground! I want you on the pavement right
What's with all the
now.
fucking fog?
This is the pigs! Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
Neither of us are women, so one of these is like completely unnecessary. It's a sad thing to say, but I think the pigs is literally just fucking crazy.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can
This
learn
is the
crucial
pigs.
facts before you do.
Please, alright. Please identify yourself.
It's a goddamn police shitbag. Hug the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance. Suspect alert. Get on the ground.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot. Big red key. Big red key.
Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
We are the police.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Status unconfirmed.
Lieutenant Dalbol Yefriter, Harry Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. Oh, no. No. thought Mr. Moran. Gareth. Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has nothing to do with what's happening here.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
Take out my badge and show it to her.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
This is literally the only option I have, so...
Alright, here's the plan. You fling the chain cutters in her face, already darting right, and immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist. No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The gun, all 3 barrels, red and blue light shining through. It's not loaded.
Kim, I'm almost certain there are no bullets in that gun.
Huh? My god, I think you're right.
Pull the trigger, I dare you.
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision! Eat lead, scumbag!
Oh my god.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets.
I like how your model just stopped moving entirely.
Isn't real? Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick up the gun!
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
Why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8. And loneliness.
Neurodegenerative disease.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
I don't want to endorse the Hardy Boys' inflated self-worth. I'm not cops.
Okay, that settles it. I'll contact my station after we wrap it up for the day. They can contact the sanitarium and handle the logistics. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them? Do.
Wink. Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Pick up the Yearsam cap.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
Maybe. Probably. You know me.
It's your hat.
Leave her be. I'm liking this outfit. Do I have any good pants? I don't like this one, and this one's just kind of ass. Let me put these back on.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
My hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. The gun, your gun, can be an item of destruction, but also creation. The Villiers-LaSalle art project. Time to shoot some beauty through the heart of Martinez.
How many bullets, though?
Yes?
Nothing. Alright, that situation's all done with. I think I'm gonna see about checking on those remaining traps, I should say. If I can find them, it is. Fucking, let's do the red door.
An old door, worn by it. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
How do we get in there?
We don't get in there.
We get into, like, everywhere.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our
No, he's right. He's right.
What else is there to do? Not accepting isn't gonna bring the fire brigade in.
Relax, he thinks. There's no one in there. If we can't open it, neither can anyone else.
Oh, there's the trap.
This traps the reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the Cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Southeast of the village.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
The sentence in there. We can walk. So, like, it's gonna take up any time for us to walk. I don't know why that's this. Is there a lighthouse up here? Oh yeah, there's definitely a lighthouse. Huh. Didn't even realize that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to live with just walking for now for Kim's sake. Where is it again? The trap near the canal. Southeast of the village, okay. So it's more towards, like, the entrance of the village then, okay. You know, I think I'm honestly liking the, this one more. This one Shivers. I already have a pretty good visual calculus. And Shivers is pretty neato, so. Exceptional quality, even though it was in the waters? Huh. Maybe it was in, like, the back side of the car, and that's why it didn't actually get affected by the water. And if it was only in there for a couple of days, I don't think the salt from the salt water would have affected it too much. Secret orbs in shady areas, okay. Many seem to be missing. there's money. Maybe it was the one that, you know, they'd set up? Down over here somewhere? Unless I already interact with that, and then I just forgot. At least my internet seems to be
Nothing's changed about...
Right, okay. If I could zoom out, that would be nice. I think that's as far as I'm going to be able to get it. Southeast of the village, okay. Oh. Hear a chirp. Oh, that's bird on the tree up there, okay. Southeast of the village. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is, okay.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Snow covers the broken stalks like a shroud, and they shimmer, ghostly, in the darkness. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust. No phasmid either. But still.
Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy. Messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
I still need you to tell the cryptozoologists.
Okay. But after that we get back to our own assignments. There really is no explanation for this detour right now.
Right, okay. I wonder if there's some bullshit like, oh, do it in a very specific sequence, and then you, oh, there's some money over here, okay. I wonder if there's some bullshit about like, oh, do it in a very specific sequence, punch in the fucking super code, and then you get the right, you gotta find the phasmid in the right place. I kinda hope not, honestly. That would be kinda bullshit. Oh, the guy's gone. It's like nearly 11. Everyone's probably going to sleep by now.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I was just on my way while I was also doing the case.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Meskin origin. The pin is
Silver
an
bird
antique,
skull.
quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important. There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Just one.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Cryptids, cryptids. Let's hear about all the interesting cryptids. Ooh, tough choice there.
Is this bird a cryptid?
No, it's the cryptid.
The cryptid?
Oh, yes.
What is the bird?
The 8-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said.
Mutation? Huh. All of evolution is a mutation.
Until
It was cited by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing.
need to hear about the sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
Imurao is...
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert. An ancient riverbed, completely dried up.
What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Pericarnassus. He was lost, without any navigation equipment, and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird, high in the noon sky. A great black bird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
He was following it?
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the teratorn until they reached a great
You'd think he would die
canyon
of thirst
wall
at that
where
point.
the bird finally landed to rest.
Maybe he was just hallucinating the whole thing because, he's in the middle of the desert where it's very hot and he doesn't have water.
Professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist. Then the teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back. Every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
How did he survive?
The 8-eyed teratorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there, and the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind.
Come on.
Yes, way, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrao is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
It's never been seen again.
Sadly, yes, but there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Il Mara. And then
Il Mara.
there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids. So, what else do you want to know?
We have to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
I checked all of the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Nothing inside the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
It's not very scientific. It's not very scientific to reason backward from a conclusion you want to be true.
I appreciate your concern, officer. But please leave this to the experts. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture.
You're jabbing at the soft underbelly of his psyche. He realizes he's gotten defensive.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently. Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bugs?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to him and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
This is a slippery one. He may respect the law, but mostly wants to pass on. He hasn't been particularly forthcoming before.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morale, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need.
Save just real quick. Is this the other guy?
I really owe you one. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
This man respects authority too much to see you for what you are. Pretend thou art a sober man.
I've been tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revacol.
Revachol?
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Do you know anything about the man?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange. He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
You were surprised to see my colleague.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Unlucky racist.
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
The lieutenant is a native of Revachol, though.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Sounds like some
The
conspiracy
crypto-fascist.
topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here, if you can remember it.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No.
Okay, bye. I'm gonna go talk to Classia if she's even still, like, awake. Maybe it's getting close to, 2400 or, I guess, 000, which should be, like, time for to sleep. I might as well just be in the bed up here as I go up here. I hope not. I don't want to get banned from Twitch from seeing something funky. I guess she's not in the bed. Huh. But yeah, let's go talk to, Vasya. Because that's the thing I gotta do, and then I forgot to do it. Damn, she's straight up just not up here. Well, let's go back down then. Excuse me. That's weird because she's not in this bed either. I could talk to her in the morning about it. Pretty sure she'll probably still be here unless the game is like, wow, you didn't do this on time, fuck you. I wouldn't be surprised. How do I get more bullets though? That's what I'm wondering. Empire, Inland Empire, and Volition. Dude, this is straight up just an upgrade to my other tie. Dude, 4 out of 4 morale. Hell yeah. Yeah, that shit is literally just an upgrade to my other tie. I'm sorry, tie, but I gotta do it. Can we talk up here? Like we did on day 1?
Yes?
Damn. This shit sucks. I would like to wrap up for the day, but I don't know how I can. Because I didn't pay for that room. I'm not gonna be staying here tonight. Apparently, Kim used to be into pinball. I saw that in an alternate version of that scene with the
Inside,
pinball machines
you
I
see a
saw on
set
the
of steering
internet.
levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering. The white sway. Your fingers waste no time. You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
I know how to pilot it?
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
How are you?
The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering. I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner.
Where have you been?
At the bottom of the sea. So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well
Hold
kept. Why did it say that?
I'm gonna Google how to wrap up for the day. So I have no idea what's going on. Huh. Damn, I guess what I'm thinking about is just not in the game.
A dark feeling. This is going wrong. Let go of the clutch. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin.
So, like, what am I supposed to do? Classier, lady driver. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and head down to the fishing village for now. Put points
The
into
door has
endurance.
seen better days.
I'll be sleeping in my room in the whirling. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Into the shack. Goodbye, Kim. You the best.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Get these mutton chops off.
Your hand trembles as you scratch your cheek. Oh no, that's not how a grown man shaves.
Just leave it for now.
Thank God, I would have cut your throat.
Huh.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold.
Oh shit, I
and
forgot
windy,
to call my station.
but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Huh. Looks like this is my new home. I wonder where the old one went.
Westward, across the canal, towers the whirling in rags. Door number 1 on the second floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. 1 floor below, behind the counter, stands an irritable man. In a small shack in the fishing village, a baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin lies on the table, the water inside reflecting the somber face of the world. Far away, on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building, obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant.
Thank you, Strange Sensation, for a fair assessment of my current situation.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
What? How do I do that?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your...
Ah, there's a mirror in here. I guess I want to take care of the expression. Okay, I want to look under the floorboards real quick, but I'm not sure how I could do that. What kind of playthrough are you going for? I have absolutely no idea. I'm just playing this game for the first time. Thank you for stopping in, by the way. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of like playing it by ear, I guess. I've been trying, I guess what I could say is I've been trying to do my best to have a playthrough where this guy is getting his shit together. I don't have the shit compressor or whatever the fuck the thought you can have for the thought cabinet is. I don't have that, but I have been doing my best to like have this guy just be normal again. If that makes sense.
It's getting cold.
Yes, the game said, look under the floorboards, and then I don't have any idea on how to do that, because I don't see an interaction in the building, and I don't see any way to get under it either. Guess I could just sleep for now and wait for until tomorrow.
The bed is comforting. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Weird sound.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around.
Yeah.
Every corner and every street.
You missed earlier when I succeeded the check to perform karaoke in the Whirling in Rags, and ancient reptilian brain was like, yeah, I'm gonna sing this, and he did, and it was pretty good, because everyone clapped. You succeeded on that? I had a 72% chance, yeah. Thank you. I said, this song goes out to Kim Kitsuragi, my partner. Thank you, Martinez. It was pretty great. I already know about the fact that if you fail the check, though, the limbic system instead pops in and sings, and he does a really shitty job.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The
That's an interesting way to spell tech.
unceasing disco of the mind. The flash, the bang, the endless learning experience.
Spinning on empty.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance.
The X something.
Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
I managed to get my gun, but I do not have a bullet for the gun. And I don't know where I can get those.
Behold.
Don't tell me exactly where I can get them. Like, oh, go here. I don't want it, but if you have any, like, suggestions for where I should check out, then I would appreciate
The
it.
smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The
Always wield it
faces
menacingly, yeah.
turning, changing.
And Kim also has a gun that actually has bullets, so I can just point it at people, and if he really needs to, he can be the shooter. He said his eyesight is shit, but he does have a 7 out of 10 rating for the firing range, so that's good. What is it? What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop.
What brought you to this game?
Spitting out words and images.
What brought me to this game is the fact that I heard that it's good, and also the Final Cut edition came out, and they were like, oh, the game has voice acting now. And I was like, damn, that sounds pretty good. Also the fact that, at random, a friend on Steam messaged me. I talked about this in my first stream of this, but hey. A friend messaged me on Steam at random, and it was like, hey, I got $60. Do you want a game? And I was like, yeah, give me Disco Elysium. He's like, okay, here you go. And they just gifted it to me. And that was basically it. Very kind of that Steam friend. I'm not going to mention their name, just because I don't want people to harass them for no reason. Because that's a thing that people do. But yeah. Shout out to that one Steam friend that got me this game. Bless up, Steam friend. Hell yeah.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister. A ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
I am the agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class.
Solving your little crossword puzzle. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Yo, I made my character a communist semi on accident because I have very leftist opinions, but this game is like, fucking, let's go so far left that you fall off the cliff into killing people that have more than $25 in their pocket at any time. And that makes me like, damn, I don't know if I should pursue this thought. But hey, communism for all. This time we won't fail. What is your opinion, Mallard Fowlemore? Facilitates leftist thought for sure. Okay, I'll take your word on that. This game gets very political, and that is cool. I'm fine with that, but the problem is, for me, is that I'm fucking stupid. It looks fun as well. Yeah, my problem is that I'm fucking stupid, and whenever something political happens, I try to, like, speak my opinions on it, and then I don't do it right because I'm stupid, and then I say, like, shit that just either doesn't make sense or just is bad. Anyways. No way. Is the world changing him?
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry.
What alarm?
The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3
Don't
hours
invalidate your
last
opinion,
night.
okay?
Do it for the wind.
Do it for the wind.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
How is the audio mixing sounding, by the way? Does this sound okay?
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work. Despite all the thinking you've been doing,
Okay.
only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized. Uh-oh. Organization hasn't exactly been your strong suit, historically speaking.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool story, bro, but also, like, I got other shit to do. Like solving the case. You did roll a super commie build. LOL. Yeah, like I said, I kind of did it on accident. I'm just kind of, like, going at it as it is. Yo, what's up, Kim?
Yes?
Good morning. I like how he just kind of shows up outside my doorstep. The most drunky drunk. I mean, he was already like that before the game started, so I can definitely see that. I've been trying to keep my playthrough drug and alcohol free, because it's like I said earlier, I'm trying to get this guy fucking off the bad shit and into the good shit that is being a normal person again. There's this guy here. I wonder if I could buy this. I can have the money to buy the shoes. Who's this guy?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
I hate this guy
If I were
immediately.
a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom like
dude.
neon style.
You are in for a trip. I've seen... You know what I've seen? I've seen one person on the internet that played this game. And he was sponsored because apparently the devs of Disco Elysium sent him a Fuck the World hoodie. And he wore it on the stream. So that was pretty funny. I like how that part is on this guy's jacket. It's just, you know, scratched out. You don't even see it.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches, flow bears, or skulls.
What? Okay. Yeah, I don't like this guy or Kuno because they're like, I'm gonna use the F slur just because. Fuck you. And I hate that.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
The sorry cop.
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River
Besmertne.
crime syndicate.
Bismutai. Bismutai? I think the use of that word is meant to be incendiary, yeah?
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever.
I mean...
Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
This is the same game that lets you get political as fuck while eating, like, consuming speed out of a bottle with a fucking straw in it.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Say nothing.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
Ah, I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know what about that murder?
Murder?
Man was hanged in the backyard of the Rolling in Wrecks.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
I already said that part.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around.
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself. However, there is no way these young men could possibly be aware of her work.
Yeah, I know that you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can...
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
It's not. A man is dead and we need answers.
So what do you think we know?
Do you know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
His voice filled with longing. Oh, this man has a crush.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just
Yeah.
like Arno van Eyck.
Oh, you missed it. I stole... Well, not stole. I borrowed a paintbrush from her and painted some artsy-fartsy bullshit on that one wall in Martinez. And then I went to go return the paintbrush to her, only to realize, yeah, that shit is just gone. They delete it from your inventory when you do that, and it's like, damn, I wanted to give it back to her.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful ideas.
Yeah, Cindy's kind of cute.
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Enough about the scullery then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call in to the 41st precinct.
Inside, you see
I mean,
a set of steering
Kim,
wheels, a radio
definitely the
microphone,
best character in the
pull-out
entire
toolbox,
game.
and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kuno's a piece of shit little gremlin, but he's entertaining. Outside of Kim. Yeah, Kuno's a piece of shit gremlin, but he's entertaining. Fucking... I like the dice maker that you go find in the Doomed commercial area. She's pretty cool.
This is Precinct 57. How may... Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
I have successfully located my 9mm Villiers. I hope I pronounced that right. Villiers pistol. It's on me now, and I won't lose it again.
10-4, sir. Roger that, and very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes to the report. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Well, what else I'm supposed to do? I could talk to Kuno and the Classier. I think that's her name. Up on the roof. I'm supposed to go find the lady driver of the lorry drivers and talk to her about the supposed, well, not supposed, fucking Edgar, I should say. Oh, there's this guy again. Okay. Hey, what's up?
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. Roll
Well,
them bones.
Here's to you. Bye-bye,
Leave.
gendarme.
Cool. Roll them bones. I like how my police chief and this lady are here.
I can't.
He might be wearing a disguise.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
This person who was shot this person who was shot and then made to look like he was hanged, he might have been shot by the people who hanged him.
I get it, okay. But what is the motive?
Cover something up?
That would be my first guess, yes.
Why am I telling you these things?
I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Strange.
Oh my god, there's more.
I like how this is very, very obviously the police chief, and yet the game is like, no, you can't talk to him about how he's the police chief.
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Jean?
That was, yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches.
I like how this guy is like, that was shit, and then when you go back to when I was doing that, everyone liked it. They clapped. So obviously, man with sunglasses is full of shit.
Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you. Don't
oh my
ever
god,
suggest
shut
anyone
up!
Jean, he's not right. Don't make it worse. And I really liked it.
She actually did.
So am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judy.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are...
A policewoman?
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Harry is so sad.
Something about the man with sunglasses.
Goodbye. I like... Here's a little thing that I noticed that was probably pretty obvious, but I liked it. The detail of... You can conceptualize yourself a new name when you meet Kim for the first time on Monday, the first day. In the next apartment at the start? No, I don't think so. I didn't give it into any arguments at the start. What did happen is I talked to Kim, and I could conceptualize myself a new name, and succeeded the check. And I said, oh, your name should be orange like a burning fire, but smelling like the alcohol coming off of your breath. And then I go over to the fishing village, and I talk to people there, and they're like, "Oh, your name is Tequila Sunset."
Good to see you.
Or like Sunset Tequila or whatever.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come. Soft, light brown eyes look back.
Never
at you,
caught that.
directly into the space.
Really
behind
cool.
her eye
Yeah.
sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful.
Legendary, hell yeah.
I have bad news for you.
What is it?
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore.
I knew something was off. Oh, this is like into. I don't know why, but I really like this little exchange going on here.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Which ones are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here.
Yeah, I believe it.
No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you.
How does this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can you turn them normal again?
No.
What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Good point. Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect they would be peons to her truthfulness. Like this, she is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with Miss Orange Disco Dancer here.
Ah, fair point.
A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles.
What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Okay. Just close your eyes and let the moment pass.
For a second, her face disappears from your cornea. Only a silvery negative remains. Still smiling. A tired smile.
How crazy is this game? You've got 30 introspective controls before you get to talk to the subject. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched. Her feet long and straight.
You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light.
What lies beyond it?
The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje.
She's from Oranje, and she's like fucking some kind of like outcast, like not outcast, but she's like a fugitive from Oranje for something. And that's why she's got her fucking passport and tickets and everything just buried in the sand somewhere. You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You
well,
send people to
she
their courts.
was in a relationship with the dude who got murdered. They had hardcore sexual relationships and druggies times and consumed a lot of alcohol, and they did that like a lot. And one time they were getting at it, and then the dude just gets shot while they're doing it. With like one of the windows here, me and Kim noticed that it was a new window. It was probably through that one. Hardy Boys hear about this. They fix up the window, hang up the body as like a distraction. We did a little flash sideways scene earlier because my esprit de corps is high enough. It's a little scene about how we missed a little bullet hole in the back of the dude's throat, and the fucking coroners or whatever they're called were like, yeah, shit, I don't blame those guys for missing this. What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers.
Yo.
2 decades worth.
Fucking Team Fortress 2 spy? Off to visit. I'm gonna shut up now. That's dumb. That's a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know.
Yo, was the printer company the one that also made those film computers
done in the competitive
prototypes?
Intelligence circuit, you don't have
I think it
allies.
might be the same one.
You're radioactive.
Right.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo?
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
You're Harry smarter than any Harry I've ever played. Yeah, it's like in 4 intellect, and I put some points at it, you know. I gotta say though, this game is good, but the one thing I have to criticize it on, out of principle, is I fucking absolutely 1000% hate the fact that when you're on this screen, you hear the sounds of bugs crawling around, and it makes me fucking feel pain. Drunk psychics. Anyways. That's a lot of shit you got yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting... A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
What exactly happened?
Okay.
Oh.
He was in a kneeling
Oh my
position.
god. You're really going into fucking depth here.
I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
Any suggestions on what skills I should up? Because I feel like I should up all of these, but I don't have the skill points to do that right now. Pain threshold and hand-eye seem pretty good right now, but, you know. I'm open to suggestions. No way? No way what?
I knew he was dead.
First build, go
Before
with
he
your
fell down
guts.
on top
Okay.
of me.
Yeah, I should up empathy then. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on.
Okay.
I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
I should up and hand-eye too, yeah. After, next time I get a skill point.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette.
Oh.
Sorry this happened. Are you sure you're not making this up?
I'm not lying to you.
You may sometimes be bad at reading her, but this time, truly, She's telling you how it really went down.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head.
No.
Your head.
Electrochemistry, shut up.
His mindset.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of.
It's odd.
She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Well, then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something.
Where's
Ruby
now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Claudia.
Did you kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
There's a silence.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around. Close to her hand. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out. When they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
I meant downstairs people as in, like, the people in my head, but I guess Class A, either the game or Class A herself misinterpreted that.
Like what?
Could the people after you killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Something to consider.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Right. Why did you call the cops if you were hiding?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene.
And her bedroom?
Right there. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Why did you call the cops?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravachol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silent. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Wake up!
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
I think he didn't. I think he didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this?
What do you think
Your
about her?
desk or whatever
There's some
it is.
weird shit going on
Numbers
with her.
are all
I don't
over
know what to
town.
think.
Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
Your real name isn't Clase Amando?
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name. Not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
I knew it. Good, you can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
That post where you keep hitting, is that bullshit too?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't
I think
take
I've seen that
lightly.
buoy.
I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Where's this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds.
Right, I've seen it.
On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even
It's a
find
walk,
it now.
yeah.
It's useless.
It's up to task.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past the Bergen sewage pipe.
You're probably
right
not even
near the water line.
You're probably not even Miss Orania 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can. Or lying. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Why haven't we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it. What if I told you you're under arrest?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Failure to aid a police officer? You have wasted our time in a time-critical investigation.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if
Snow
looking
stopped.
into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
what she's saying is sex.
And what is that?
Sex. And more.
Okay.
I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship.
Damn, these bitches gay. Good for them.
When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
He still has the cuffs in his hand.
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret
fine
being
as hell.
friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sensationalism and guesses.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up, like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching? Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
Was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell.
Is that good or
I've
bad?
been threatened before. I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
It's awesome. Yeah, this game's pretty crazy.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
How could she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside.
What about the peephole?
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there?
There was footprints in there too.
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
That's all good, but I think we should still take you in just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Hand turns into a fist, crushing the cigarette she's still holding.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What do you deserve then?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, and drink, and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
Okay, what are my other options then?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromise. Definitely, sire.
Well, I'll have changed in 2 months or 1 month.
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Ravishol. Maybe Ravishol could be free. I could be tried in a free Ravishol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
A free Revachol. There is a low, distant rumble on the motor tracks. A great machine shaking the pillars down south. Electricity runs up your spine.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
What was that feeling?
It's coming.
I also find it hard to believe.
Don't. The world can change. It has changed before.
That's not the answer she was hoping for. Thought that you were some kind of patriot or communard, did she? This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
If you miss that, I can't help you anymore.
I won't.
This may have been a grave mistake, sire. Maybe, maybe not. Mercy is rarely a complete mistake.
I promise I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks. I promise.
You'd better be.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Try again when it's stopped.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because it keeps saying none of the above stuff to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more.
Thank you for stopping by. Make sure to leave a like and a follow if you want to see more of these live streams. But yeah, beyond the other typical stream bullshit. Oh, damn it! Thank you for actually following. But yeah, beyond the typical stream bullshit, thank you for stopping by. It was nice to have someone to talk to. Have a good one. Hopefully, whatever you're gonna do, you'll do well in it.
It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
What is this Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How did you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
What about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality? What sang-froid? What benevolence? What a fucking joke.
Or just preserving the status quo.
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
No.
Then you've never lived through real chaos. Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress.
What's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Sure.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Let's get there eventually?
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Going to need a skill point for this. You begin to notice a change in the weather. The Coalition and the Moralists International. Signal blue. Huh.
Hello, officer? What?
But nothing happens. There is a mass of droplets above the planetary body, colorless, merging into one another. The sky is low and cold.
Damn, I was sure
hear the
too.
distant murmur of motor connections somewhere south of here. That is all.
Silence, officer. Wouldn't have thought.
So that happened. Gonna need a skill point in order to unlock that thought cabinet slot, but you know.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him. From the roof outside, location A prime, the glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%. With a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Okay, let's do that.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at B prime, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Look at point double prime, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
The islet, point triple prime.
1 kilometer away. A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated view. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nest if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
I'm going to go to, what's it called? The boardwalk first, because that is the most likely out of the 3 possible locations. You also gotta talk to Kuno, though.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
You like art?
Fuck no, art shit.
Art's shit.
That's right, pig. Shit.
You happen to know anything about missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
What's this on about?
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA the City of Rage.
Is this about Rage City?
Oh god, Kuno, no! It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame.
Stop it, see. No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control.
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack, the one with the pig's head.
Talk to Manana about the armor.
So?
You told me you promised to sick the pigs on him.
Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what
Let's move
Kuno
on.
said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here, Patterson Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from this situation?
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno!
Oh.
He's got the Kuno, help! Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the...
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out
Trying to
here,
pull this
fat
shit, huh?
boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Don't listen. Just go.
Man, these two are literally the worst people I've ever met in a video game. Oh shit, there was a perception thing I missed. It's strange. Alright. Sound of bugs in here somewhere. It's crawling with locusts in here.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows. Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Please stop being sarcastic, Kim.
Oh, I'm not being sarcastic at all. We are making real progress here.
When someone says they're not being sarcastic, it's usually a good sign that they're being very sarcastic.
We should talk to Kuno about this, get him to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
You missed a good show before. He fucked the...
By the way, you need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
I'm not gonna read this out loud, but this is something that would hit Kuno, so...
Stop choking, Kuno! The faggot has got you in a chokehold!
Kuno's not fucking choking.
Serves you right for using reactionary shit.
Like fuck you did. Kuno's gonna keep saying kipped forever now. Kipped. Shit. The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down. Now let's talk normal shit.
Oh, now you want to have a normal conversation, huh?
Yes. Kuno wants a normal conversation. Ask normal shit, please.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Kuno, psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
What's up with her? She's terrified.
Crazy. You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
What do you mean?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before. But right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Are you serious about the killing business?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488.
488. The criminal code.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
How many cops has she killed?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower. But a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other Other children. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Do you think it's possible that she's killed other children?
Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
Do you think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
What's that language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or
What?
some shit.
Excuse me, what people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered Cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Do they have red-haired people?
You mean evil little red-haired people like her? Yes, they do. The Suruese have that ginger gene.
Could she be Suruese?
Suruese? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
Revelshot does have a small Suruese community. Or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
A shoe cupboard just off to the right. Have you been to this place?
The hallway there with the janitor's closet?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You know this. The body goes into a kind of revulsion shock. Murder hangover. That's what it could have been.
From when she...
Killed a kid. Yes. Makes them look for a quiet, dark place and just hibernate there. Usually goes on for a few days, up to a week. Must have been her first one. You only get it on the first one.
You sure she got in? How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home. She's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
How are you dealing with all this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
She needs professional help. You can't do this alone. I'm here for you.
Listen, listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
Understood, Kuno.
Alright. Now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want?
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
Well, I know you took the locusts from the traps and the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, so then you go and build a whole bug-a-town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
Is that in there? That in there is Night City?
Yeah, Locust City. City of rage. City of lights.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
Sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're
an artist. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Did I hear you right? You said I.
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig. I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
I'm something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds! Don't let him, Kuno!
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
They don't give away.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window.
I promise I won't do that.
I don't believe you.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation. You've got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. The locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. She was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
What's going to happen to the locusts?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
I'd better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
Insulin Indian plasmid? Plasmid?
He recognizes the name.
Do you know what that is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
Kuno's a little shit show. That's weird. Huh. Empathy, legendary. Empathy, formidable. Right. That's weird. You can see her up there. Like, kind of.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
That's just something people tell themselves when they fail.
Maybe Ansel restock the trap for you?
You can? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
He wants to see this tale through, as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh fractured locust. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but,
Check island. How the fuck do I get to the island?
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. This would show them all. We need to get you on.
It's snowing pretty hard, huh?
The trap stands empty amongst the reeds, powdered with snow.
Fantastic.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to, but if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
Oh, she's up here now. Huh. this trap up here. Looking for Leo.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe you climb the tower?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why?
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible, a glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being...
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it?
Alright. Cool. Beto James. Love it. Saying these words because I am tired and I do not know what else to say. I might need to call it relatively soon here. I'm feeling that itch to play more Beto James, but I also don't think I can. The boardwalk. I'm afraid. What? Huh. How do I get up there?
You see, a slogan used to intertwine.
Let's quick save and see if I can't get anything out of this guy.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? Sure. What's on your mind? Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Yes. To lure in their star engineers. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here.
He means that. The boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Tape computers. They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser d'Insolente. You should read it. Every local... I tried to get Mikhail to memorize.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver verm on the cover of the book.
But of course. What else?
Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that...
He's not gonna give you money. No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's...
Of course, Detective. I wouldn't have assumed anything else. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the Vespertine Department of Justice has published a rather interesting paper on the criminal profiling in former socialist states. Have you read it? If not, then you definitely should.
You see, a slogan. metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
That over there must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies.
Pick up the boy?
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Well, damn.
A little longer would have floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
What do you think took them?
I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Do you have any theories?
Might have been Glacia, might have been the people after her, might have been a local drunk. We should go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
How do I get up there? Right. Put points into volition. Where is he gone?
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best, though.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
Who's going to check on the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting me do this? It's like she's given up.
Different? How?
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
You've given up on you're on the back foot.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then.
About what?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
You made it up?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years his belief made me believe too. But now we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. But it has, hasn't it? It has a taste you're quite familiar with.
You might be right, Detective. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I came in on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story.
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
Interesting why you haven't told him about your doubts.
I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
You're not so sure you made it up.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
You don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
I'll check on the traps one more time.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Just in case there's news.
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
Be careful out there.
You too, sweetie. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be
a waste of time, a dream, a lie, a fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine sputters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing.
We should go too.
Damn.
It's you again. What is it?
I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
She's a suspect. I suspect she's the next link in the chain.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
No.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Found the union key in the found key in the union box. Saw the winch outside. Staged like a play. Reconstructed the murder scene. Class A gave motive. Secret route found.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 12:25 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go out. She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
That's a lie.
She was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl.
Of course. Ruby is the lady driver in this great big jam mystery. Probably. You'll have to keep investigating. They'll never open up about it.
Just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
We have a ballistic lines in Curon. We consult in cases like these.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the building?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar?
Kidding?
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty winch. It doesn't put her on the roof.
A skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider.
Garbage. It wasn't a Sambo artist call. I've been doing this for 10 years. Let me give you a lesson.
It's never a Sambo fighter, and it's never a bullet-bending sniper.
Or ghost. It's never a ghost either. Don't worry, we've got better than that.
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
Oh.
It looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter, used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go and...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
And we firmly established that Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that. And Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her?
You lost your gun? What an idiot!
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
No.
Of course not. And
stop thinking about your lost gun.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
I mean, literally holding it right now as we speak. This is rubbish. Anyone can get a gun around here.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have shown me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Of course she's carrying. You all are.
Nah. This kind of heat is not easy to come by. It took us some time to get gunned up to where we are now.
Still, he's thinking about it now. And he knows gunning up has nothing to do with this.
Right. I didn't say it proved she had the murder weapon. Just that we need to find her.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
I am holding the gun as we speak.
Easy now, Al.
I'm literally fucking holding it.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Flozio wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as a part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Maybe it was some part of a leadership challenge against you?
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when
Man, now he's just throwing...
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly. He does not like his authority questioned.
When Class A came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
That's what it is. You're right, Eugene.
Yeah, exactly. Why not, man?
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. A more serious consideration that you wish to avoid is that she knew what happened because she did it.
That's kind of what I was thinking, saying we need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard I ask. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving.
What was she scared of?
We had our little conversation. I told you. You. Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. It seems you have that effect. Especially on women.
Right. That's the second one now who's trying to flee you.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What did she tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it. Whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
I can't open her?
You are insistent.
Anything else?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But she was too scared.
Do you have any clues?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. So, she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Where should I start looking?
Sure, there's some shit houses there, a cinder block town. The fisher folk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Not much, but it'll do. Go!
It'll have to.
No.
Asshole till the end, huh? Well, fuck you, too, then.
Doesn't sound angry despite shouting.
He's right, you know. Great work, but the not shaking people's hands thing is a little odd.
Yeah, I'm done playing for now. I gotta go sleep sometime soon here, you know. Good progress on Debito James, but it's about 12:03 and I've been playing for in-game. Actually, I did up hand-eye in electrochemistry, so at the very least, let me go attempt to go do those checks in the little shack, just for the sake of it.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours?
And?
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clausia. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
Didn't fit with all soul prints on the crime scene.
No, they didn't.
No one has mentioned hearing the shot.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
Well, it didn't have to come from the roof.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof, lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
Huh. Definitely not her. I'm gonna see if I can't attempt to stop the expression and get myself a shave going on. Kim's not in here, huh?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it.
Low.
With
8%.
expression. Still not happening. On the table, you see a bowl of water. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Feel your clean shaven cheeks.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Was shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional.
I want to Let's see how Kim reacts to this before we go.
Yes?
I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
You can tell me.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
Damage. Yeah, damage. He means damage.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Well, too late now. Going with it. Anyways, I gotta go to bed for now. It's nice to have y'all around, but like, damn, it is currently 1:30 in the morning. I need to sleep eventually, you know. Otherwise, my sleeping I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm sorry. My sleeping problems are gonna keep persisting if I don't eventually sleep. So I am going to do that for now. Thank y'all for stopping by. Hopefully, I can play more of this game, or maybe some of that Resident Evil Village game, sometime soon. Oh, excuse me. In any case, good luck with all of your future endeavors. And I'll see you anytime around then. Have a good night. Goodbye.